Well, here we are in the Amazon jungle, right at Neuvo Horizonte, and it has been just awesome. The trip has been great. We did a 5-day bike ride trip from Chiclayo, our seminary in Chiclayo, all the way to the jungle, the Neuvo Horizonte New Horizons Mission Station Seminary. And our first day, we went from Chiclayo to a town called Motupe.
Okay, that's it. We are loaded up. We've got the team ready. The prayers have been said. The flags have been mounted. The gear in the vehicle. 45 short miles. See ya.
And then the next day, we went from Motupe to Limón de Porcuya, and we had a great service up with the people there in our Church of the Nazarene in Limón de Porcuya. And then we kept climbing the following day, which on Friday we went up to the top. And then went down to through the desert to a place called Pucará, and then had another service there with our church in Pucará and spent the night. And then we got up the next morning, which was Saturday, and continued our journey. We did fight a lot of wind on our bike trip, but it was great, and made it to Bagua in the late afternoon and had service with the folk the next day, which was Sunday morning, and got to see a lot of our people that we knew. And of course, one of our guys traveling with us was the pastor that we had gotten in fact, the Appells helped us get the moto taxi. The church has that moto taxi now, and just had a great time. And then after service we had lunch, and then we made our way to a first native village called Tutumberos along the Marañón River.
Abu, ma, amis, hijam, lagimo, asami, ma, bisha, apong, namai, aido, ma, takamsami, yatus, taki, igoga, ukimi, yo, asan, emanensan, huaywe, hu, alvadani, yatu, tautomi, ma, emanensan, huame, hui, tautomi, mina, nukawin, wesku, tautomi, ma, hia, hiamakwe, apan, imamate, ma, si, aika, yanma, aisun, amusun, yankai, tusan, ma, emanensan, huame, tami. Dekat, ada hijam, umi, bo, samde, huti, aido, hijam, kau na, emanensan, Wahim, atas.
And then we also had service there with the folk, and just jam-packed service. It was great with the people there, and dinner afterwards, and then we slept there. They provided us with mosquito netting and bedding, and then we woke up the next morning and finished.
Ooh, what a great trip so far. Really exciting to get to an official village. We've kind of been in towns and cities the last few nights. We are on now ride day 6. We rode on day 5 to the village of Tutumberos. Crossed an incredible footbridge, just big enough for the moto taxis. Had a great service, a wonderful meal last night where they served fish and little crawdads that they had found in the river, and suri, which is the grubworm, the beetle larvae, chicken in a soup that also had an egg, which I gotta say, that chicken noodle soup with the egg was really good. And just having a great time out here so far. The team's getting ready, we're patching a tire, and we're gonna make our way. And here's the lovely lady who made my necklace for me, just wonderful. She's really good friends with Doctor. Sí, Gracias, hermana. Gracias, hermana. Sí, mucho. She sang a wonderful song at the church service last night. Just been a great time.
Thank you so much.
And finished our journey all the way here to the mission station on Monday. We had just a great trip, and we kind of relaxed a little bit. The following day, we went and visited a couple of our villages nearby here, to Kusu Chapi Church, which is across the river a ways and downriver. And that's a church that my sister-in-law, Leslie's sister, passed away a few months ago. And so we're building a church there in her memory. And Dana Carrera is the name. And looking forward to seeing the accomplishments.
Very interesting because they put in the cornerstones and the rebar to hold the walls together later. I mean, it's been concreted at the bottom, but then they're going to be able to run the rebar through in the different areas to help tie all the walls together. So different than I would have assumed it was being built when I saw the original ones built last year.
They will be finishing the church, and we'll be doing the dedication probably in March of this next year. So great things are happening here. Then we took a trip. The trip was awesome. We got up the next day on Wednesday. It was a jam-packed day, and Rob and his son Brayden. Then we had one of our pastors from Pucallpa join us, and we made our way down. Of course, Pastor Edgardo, who is the seminary director, and his wife, who is also a pastor, Nancy, we made our way down river and visited some villages down there. We went to, our first village was Chingamay, and then we went to Yon Casin, and got a chance to see one of the men that I had baptized last year, an elderly man, and just a great guy, Bihonsh. He got converted just last year, and I was able to baptize him, as he's about 81 years of age today, so he's not well, but he was able to hear. I had to kind of yell at him a lot in the Algonquin language so he could understand what I was saying. But it was great to be with them all up in Yon Casin. We had lunch and got to meet the people again. Came back down, went up to Listra, and they had a lot of people there welcoming us in Listra. And we had lunch there with the folk. And then we made our way back into the boat, went back down to river and got on the speedboat, made our way up to San Mateo, got to see the people there, greet them, and then we also went to Chipe and got to see the folk there. And then we made our way up to New Pumpkin. And
look at this amazing reception, Hilltop Church, New Pumpkin. Wonderful to see all the kids. They just love Greg. It's so neat to see it all happen.
There to welcome us with a short service that we had, and just a great lunch afterwards. Then made our way back to Neuvo Horizonte. So it was a jam-packed day. We got back late afternoon, and just in time for service that night here on the compound. Then the following day, we made our way in a car about 6 hours way down the road to a place called Santa Marisa.
Ooh, it's just about time for church. Got my guitar, my Bible. This is the Church of the Nazarene here. You can see that it's a beautiful sunset out, and it's just gonna be a wonderful night. We're gonna eat dinner here at the church, and then have a fun service, and then get some rest after that bumpy car ride today.
And got to see a couple of a lot of churches along the way, I should say, and had a great time with the people there that night. We had a worship service and just a great celebration. The following morning, yesterday morning, we woke up and made our way to a couple of other villages, take pictures and greet the people.
Okay, we're just kind of waiting on the side of the road at the pastor's house for our car. You saw yesterday. Attilio is enjoying learning how to play the 3-string, which he took up as a natural. It's actually nice to have a moment of downtime. We have literally been on the go for about 12 days. I think we're on day 12. So we're just waiting for the car to come and pick us up, and then we've got 8 hours today in the vehicle. So that's going to be a little bit rough, especially because they've got me in the far back seat. Not quite sure what happened to Juan Carlos in the nice car from yesterday, but we're now in a Toyota minivan, kind of bus conversion. This could get exciting.
And then we made our way to Nieva, got on another boat, and made our way down to a village called Shimpu. And we had a dedication service for the building there. And it was just a very special time with the people. Got back in the boat, made our way back up to Nieva to get back in the car. And of course, we didn't get here till about 7:45 last night, so it was a long day. But just a special time together as we visited several villages, people, and everyone's just very happy here to see us. And of course, we get encouraged to see everyone as well. But God is doing a great work among the people back here in the tribe, and even along the road among our mestizo people, that's the Spanish-speaking folk. So both groups are doing extremely well, and it's just great to have Rob and Brayden, because in all of our services, they've been playing the guitar and singing, and they're doing some great specials for us, and the people have just enjoyed it all. It has been a super trip, and I know that a lot of these churches that we visited were built in memory of my mom. And right next to me over here, outside above the river, is the memorial and the ashes that we placed in there as well. And she's just, this was one of her favorite places, looking out over the river from where I'm sitting right now. Just a great place. So it's good to be back. And today's a nice warm day, beautiful blue sky, few clouds around us, but it's just a great day. God's been blessing us in every way. And I'm just thankful for it all as we close out our time here in the jungle and make our way back out to Bagua and then to a waterfall area called Gokta on Monday afternoon. So it's just been a good trip. I appreciate the fact that so many people in the States have been so helpful, and I just want to thank you all for your prayers. So many of you and churches and individuals have supported so much of the work here in the tribe, and have helped in my mom's memorial projects, the seminary, many churches, helping in different ways, getting some of the equipment that has been needed here in the seminary, and also some local churches. We have been blessed, and the people are blessed and encouraged by all that you have done. But if you'd like to continue to support, we will take it, and they funds, 100% of them come down here to be used for God's kingdom, and people are blessed by it all. So thank you so much for all you do.
Okay, as we walk down the trails to the falls, we're about 1.5 miles into it, and I do have to say, we lost the drone. We flew it out over the beautiful valley, get some photos and videos of the waterfall, and the battery died, and it dropped into the trees, and we have just now passed the point where we thought we would be able to find it. So we say goodbye to Roger. Thank you for your wonderful service. Thank you for all the beautiful videos you've created for us, and may you rest in peace out here in the jungles of Peru.